Hello, good morning. Welcome once again. My name is Ezine Kimberly Eva, and I teach children and teenagers godly values. Okay, so after today's inculcating godly values class, we learned about living in unity. Of course, I always like to discuss with parents and just share a few tips or give you a few reasons why it's important to teach your children unity. Unity is just beyond staying together, doing things in harmony, or watching each other's back. It's actually a value that starts from the heart, that is full of love. We all have children, and as parents, we desire that our children stay together, our children love themselves, our children watch out for each other, they are there, to help each other. In fact, they are friends with each other, and they always have each other's back. That is every parent's dream. But you will agree with me that today, we have people, adults, I'm sure you know one or two, or rather, I know one person, would rather not pick his brother's call because he just assumes that he's calling me now, it's for something, she's calling me now, it's for something, there's one issue or the other. We have siblings that would rather not help themselves. In fact, before they help, they'll want you to beg, or I'm not supporting entitlement or anything, no, but I'm just talking about, okay, from this perspective of when you have something to give, don't wait till you're asked or tell the person to come back again, from that angle. So you have families where there's unforgiveness, they have records of wrong, like I remember what you did to me in 1960 something, I wasn't born then, right? I remember what you did to me on that day. I remember what you said, how you said it, and all these things are breeding, fanning, fostering discord, division, disunity. You don't want your children to be in that category. You don't want your children to be envious of each other. You don't want your children to be unforgiving towards each other. You don't want your children to develop bitterness, anger, hatred, for each other. That is why it's important to teach unity. You need to teach them the benefits of being united. It is actually feeling each other's pains without even being in their shoes. Like, you don't have to be in my shoes to know my pain. You just want me to get better. You just want me to improve. You just want me to, to achieve my goals. You just, welcome, someone is here, welcome. You just want me to become a better version of themselves. That is what every parent desires. So teaching our children unity from a very young age is very important. I mean, who should be the first person that should have your back when things get, when the chips are down, right? Who should be the first person you should call? Who should be the first person that should render help? It should be members of your family. But you find out that you rather share your problems with outsiders than inform members of your family. It's so sad that a lot of people are going through a lot, but they can't communicate with their siblings. You get, sometimes as a sibling, you get to find out from other people. It's because the families, they don't share unity as a core family value. It's missing. It's missing. And Psalm 133 verse 1 says how good it is for people, God's people, to dwell together in unity. What your children will achieve when they stay in unity, when they stay in harmony, you cannot imagine it. Mark 3 verse 25 says, a family divided cannot stand, and Satan knows that. If he wants to attack the whole family, he just needs to send one fairy dart of discord, one fairy dart that will make people offended, you see, and all of that. The next thing, the family is divided. These two people are taking sides against these two people. It now becomes a family that should be a unit, a single unit they now have different fractions in families, and you know that that kind of family setup they can't achieve much together. No matter how far you go in life, when you remember that your brothers and your sisters, you people don't go through the same road, there is a scar it leaves on you. So as parents, we're supposed to ensure that our children are taught unity. First of all, we have to introduce them to the Holy Spirit, because it's His presence in their lives that will make them forgive, bear with people, accept differences, become accommodating, tolerate one another, be loving, regardless, unconditionally. And all of this, we know that it will encourage and promote unity. When our children are united, they develop better, they progress, there is advancement, you see. There is even strength in unity. It's just like this tug of war game. Two opponents, against each other. The moment the weaker opponents, people start to get their hands off the rope, they get weaker and the other team wins. That's just how it is. When they are together, they will achieve more. You see, they'll be willing to even give help and also receive help in such a family. Things you should watch out that will break family unity: beware of pride. Teach them to accept people's opinions and differences. Teach them to accommodate one another, to relate with each other with respect. Teach them to be reliable and trustworthy. Yes, they need to be taught that, because when children or family members are trustworthy, there is a tendency for unity to be amongst them and be a part of that family. It's very important that we teach our children unity. It's very important that we encourage it, we model it. Even the way we relate with our partners, our spouses, they are watching. Because the Bible says, can two work together except they be in agreement? So we need to be in agreement as a family to be able to achieve things beyond our imagination, to be able to fulfill God's purpose for bringing us together as a family. So I'm encouraging you, ensure that you teach your children unity. Give from a young age, give them activities, projects, let them do it together and observe them. Then you'll be able to know, oh, this person is more domineering. So you now know, okay, you need to teach that person how to accept people, how to, make room for other people's contributions, opinions, ideas. When they play, when your children play, that should be a time, not a time where you just correct. Sometimes a time for you to evaluate your parenting and know what to do again, and how to get better. So I'm encouraging us to please ensure that our children are taught how to stay united, because at the end of the day, we want our children to become one, to do things together, and of course the family will progress at the end of the day. Thank you so much.